welcome to my Com 120 Interpersonal class. Today I'm going to go over how my course exceeds EPIC standards and also some of the elements I added after completing the EPIC 110 course. So you'll see here on this landing page in the Getting Started area, I do have a custom banner that I made in Canva. I try to include graphics and visual elements throughout my course just to break up all the text, make it more visually interesting. I do have a navigation video for my students that talks them through how to find material in the class. I'll go over that here in a little bit. I also have a welcome video. Students receive this in their first email and announcement in the course. I have some text version of how to navigate the course that is also covered in the video. And I also have just some guidelines for general success in online classes. In my faculty information area, I do have a picture of myself. I have all my contact information. I also have a link to my bookings page where students can add themselves to my calendar for my coffee hours. I call them coffee hours instead of office hours so that they are more approachable for students and feeling like it's their time and that they're not interrupting my time. I also include some just general information about myself and silliness so that they can start to get a sense of who I am and see my presence in the course. Most of what I added from EPIC 110 are in these lesson folders. You'll see all of my lesson folders include the dates and learning objectives up front so students know what they're getting into. I always had an orientation module, but I added some additional elements here. So students get a little note from me about what to expect from the course, and again, a little bit about me. All of my lessons include a checklist, and everything that's in the lesson folder goes in order of the checklist. So this is the first element that I added from EPIC 110. I made my How to Navigate Mrs. Smed's class an interactive video using H5P. So students frequently report in end of semester evaluations that they really appreciate the videos, but what I learned is that only about 50% of my students watch them. So the students that really like them find them meaningful. So I'm hoping that by making them interactive, students will engage with the material and more students will get that benefit. This lesson also just includes kind of get to know you, get ready for college stuff. I tell students that I want them to be good college students before I expect them to be communication scholars, and that's what this lesson folder does. So I created a custom video about why in-class discussions are important. I invite students to weigh in on netiquette policies, review my policy, and add their own suggestions. I also changed my icebreaker discussion board through this work in EPIC 110 by using Flipgrid instead of the actual Blackboard discussion board tool so that students can get a chance to look at one another. I asked them to share a little bit about themselves and then give 3 clues to either the last show they binge watched, the movie they saw, or the book they read. This helps them start to bond over the things that they have in common. I also take note of what shows and movies are popular and try to use memes and GIFs from those shows and movies throughout the semester. Students also get details on how to email their professor, why office hours, or I call them coffee hours, are important. I also use the Remind app for text reminders, and I do quiz students over this information and ask them to complete a Get to Know You survey. I also have them complete a student success contract where I outline my responsibilities to them and they brainstorm 3 concrete things they want to do to be successful in the course. I also have them do a quick task assignment for note-taking. Again, this module is all about being a successful college student. In lesson 1 here, I also added another interactive video. Again, this is going to ask students to interact with the announcement video so that they know what's going on, but also reflect on what they already know and what they hope to get out of the lesson. There is an additional interactive announcement video in lesson 2. In lesson 3, I tried another element by using Padlet. This is the other addition I made with EPIC 110, and that is to use Padlet as a reflection tool and another way for students to engage with one another. So I'm asking them to reflect on what they learned in the last 2 lessons and what they think will happen after this lesson. In addition, I have a robust course resources area for students. I highlight this in my course navigation video that really everything they need is in this course. So syllabus, department and division syllabus, And then just, again, tips for being successful in college, right? 10 things I do if I don't feel mentally strong. Connections to resources on campus. Choices of successful students. Etiquette, how we communicate with one another, and why that matters. Visual representations of how their grade is going to be calculated at the end of the semester. How to view assignment feedback so that they can see what I tell them after their assignments. I also do a quick task that asks them to reflect on assignment feedback so they know that they're looking at it. And then just general resources for how to be successful and anything they might need within the course. I felt like I had a lot of the standards met already, but this course has really just helped bring my class to the next level.